global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, great people. Welcome back to our channel. We're so excited to have you again. More dramas are brewing in Rivers State, and this time around is invading the camp of Fubara, and Fubara's team also is giving the 27 lawmakers boost, despite the fact that Supreme Court has restored them with their powers. Now, interestingly, yesterday, Honorable Speaker Martin Amaewhule demanded that 48 hours extended to Adolphus Inabeli to appear before them to give account of everything he did in the last election, that's local government election, which took place on the 5th of October 2024. It didn't go well with his team, and you're going to hear exactly the position of the team right now in respect to it. And also, in a related development, the issue of the local government election has also been kind of dragged in the elders. The elders have come out to speak concerning the issue of funding the election. Don't forget that preparation bill is not yet ready, according to Martin Amaewhule. So there's no budget for funding the local government election. But guess what? The elders of Rivers State have come out to say, to make some very strong statement about the issue of funding. We're going to give you full details of this in a jiffy. But first of all, let's just look at what the elders, what the Inebeli's lawyer, the reply they had sent across to Martins Amaewhule. Now, the letter is directed to the Honorable Speaker, Rivers State House of Assembly, Port Harcourt, Rivers State, and it was written on the 5th of March 2025, and it read pre-action notice respecting the 48 Hrs Ultimatum issued to Chairman of the Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission, RSIEC, and the content of the letter. It said, by way of reintroduction, my name is Kenneth A. Amadi Esquire. I'm the solicitor of the Association of Legislative Drafting and Advocacy Practitioner. We write to issue the pre-action notice respectfully requesting you and the Honorable Rivers State House of Assembly to withdraw the 48-hour ultimatum issued against the Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission, directing him to appear before your Honorable Assembly. According to the principle of fair hearing enshrined in both Section 36 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 and the case law of Aero5 versus House of Representatives National Assembly 2003, at least 7 days' notice would suffice to honor an invitation from any legislature according to the Legislative House Power and Privileges Act 2018. Take notice that in the event that you and the Honorable Rivers State House of Assembly fail to withdraw the said ultimatum, we intend to take legal steps to approach a court of law to seek redress. We use this opportunity to remind you that we are in a democracy and not a dictatorship wherein ultimatums are issued without regards to the 11 laws or relevant laws such as the Legislative House Power and Privileges Act 2018. We respectfully suggest that both yourself and other legislature of the Rivers State House of Assembly undergo a reorientation training workshop wherein you will be reacquainted with the scope and ambit of your power as a legislature as prescribed by the Nigerian Constitution. Our organization offers to deliver any such training workshop at no cost to the Rivers State House of Assembly. We thank you in advance for your anticipated prompt and positive response. Yours faithfully for Ibuchim Chambers, Kenneth A. Amadi. This is a blow on these guys. They are ready to offer them a retraining, a reorientation training on their legislative rights and privileges. And Kenneth or the chamber say they can offer it at no cost. Jesus, this is I don't know what actually happened. But however, before I bring in my colleague into the whole discourse, let's also look at the issue of funding, because the elders of Rivers State seems to be very interested in the local government election. According to the Council of the River State Council of Traditional Rulers in. Now, according to the River State Council of Traditional Rulers, they are of the opinion that in event of no funds, they will be ready to, take charge of everything. But first of all, let me just read in details what they said. The River State Council of Traditional Rulers had pledged to finance the upcoming local government election on August 9, 2025 if federal allocation delays hinder state funding. Speaking at the River State Independent Electoral Commission stakeholder meeting in Port Harcourt, the council chairman, His Royal Highness Eze Chike Wolu Wodu, represented by His Royal Highness Barrister Surveyor Tubotamonu Dik Jatri, praises RSIEC preparation. He assured that traditional rulers across the states are ready to mobilize resources to prevent any disruption to the electoral process. The meeting, attended by party leaders, civil society organization, and RSIEC officials, also saw RSIEC Chairman Honorable Justice Adolphus Enabele, retired, reaffirm the Commission's commitment to delivering free, fair, and credible election. It has triggered a lot of reactions from Nigeria. But first of all, let's consider, the position of my colleague in respect to this. What's your standpoint? First of all, what the response that the solicitors of Adolphus Enabele, the chairman of the River State Independent Electoral Commission, the reply he sent across to the River State House of Assembly, and also the fact that the royal fathers are ready to take charge of the funding of the forthcoming election. What's your standpoint?
This speaks volumes, if you ask me. You get to see, if you watch this, these are citizens of River State, and from all their actions, it clearly shows you that they are with Fubara, they are with the government of Fubara. They shouldn't forget that retired Enabele was one time a justice.
Yes.
So he understands his rights, his privileges. And the likes of Martin Amaewhule, them should not forget that before Abraham, Jesus was. They should not begin to get high-handed. They're almost sounding like military dictators.
Yes, exactly.
Because Supreme Court has reinstated you, even though most Nigerians are looking at it in 3D. And since that's the highest court in the land, Nigerians seem to be quiet about a lot of things that are not too clear. But we have decided to rest under the fact that that's the apex court of the land. But it doesn't mean, I don't think the Supreme Court also handed you over militancy and dictatorship. Because I'm sure it's not even part of democracy to be dictatorial in your ways. Everywhere you keep handing out ultimatum, 48 hours ultimatum. Abba, is that also democratic? Is that also part of what the Supreme Court gave to you? When they give you power, they give you also dictatorial power to oppress anybody, as if people don't even have their rights and privileges. And if Fubara would take things kindly and lightly and sheepishly accept everything, there are some persons who still know their rights. Even if you are going to call them or invite them, like it should be, inviting them, there shouldn't be ultimatums attached to it. And that's exactly what the RSIEC chairman wants to clear. And even the chambers are willing to give them free training since they seem not to have enough. And that to me is very sarcastic. That was an underground blow. Just to tell us, no book. Just be honorable member. No book. But all the same, some people will say whether the Enabele says it's 7 days or not, one day he will appear. But that brings me to one notice. I hate to say this, but I could still remember when Gospel Akwawiyo called on the attention of Julius Berger to appear before the honorable members, legislators in NAS, National Assembly, over a lot of things that happened, the project that was given to Julius Berger, gave them ultimatum, gave them everything. Up to today, we did not hear anything, though. We did not even hear if Julius Berger appeared. I didn't even know if they even did to the point that they say managing director. They did not answer. That's not so. To take the level of decadence we are seeing here in this country called Nigeria, and to make matters interesting, instead of the likes of Martin Amaewhule to do their needs, they feel that the high-handedness of 48 Ultimatum, 48 hours Ultimatum will make people to jump. It doesn't. If power has been given to you, relax. It's in your power. Relax. But issuing ultimatums, now everybody will not start dragging this matter to court. Anyway, the issue of this court, they started it. Every small thing, and Amaewhule, they will go to court. Before you say Jack, before this tenure will finish, the court cases that will be in, that will come to Supreme Court, they will be tired of Rivers State matter. Because they will keep doing consolidated cases. Consolidated cases, the first one they did, they had to consolidate the case to 5. After so many ex parte order was flying. Now one is brewing. I mean, Nebele has filed one, and I'm sure many others will file.
He said that if they continue pushing, they're going to seek for redress in the law court.
And they definitely will seek the way things are going, because it looks like at the end of the day, everything will just finish. It's something that they should have amicably, settled. We will now begin to be visiting court. Court will now begin to tell you, breathe like this, breathe in, breathe out. For something you should know how to breathe normally. But that also brings me very quickly to what the traditional rulers are doing. Quickly, I believe also that for the traditional rulers, they're letting the Amaewhule team and the whole world know that they're solidly behind the re-election, and they're solidly behind Fubara having an election for local government, so that things will move on. Come on, if you ask me, if Fubara is low by all, they should allow peace to reign. What's with all this political dragging? But then, let's see how it plays out.
Oh, for me, I'm of the opinion that, you're always in the news. You guys are always in the news, talking about this, talking about that. You've done this, you've done that. Other states are there running their own affairs without any hassle. No godfatherism figure is trying to puncture and make you remembered for the wrong reasons and all of that. I can assure Martin Amaewhule, if they don't try to sit back and reconcile the executive with the legislature and allow things to run well, a day will come that they will seek re-election into offices and no one will give it to them. Because the truth is, this whole thing that had happened, Rivers State will not forget it in a hurry. No matter how you go to court, one day, God will not allow you to continue to use your relationship with them to continue winning cases again. Because this thing is, for me, it's really out of place. It doesn't make any sense. Every day, Rivers State is in the news over trivialities. Over real trivialities. You've been restored back. Why not say, okay, we are giving you guys time. Okay, let's see how we can restore. Because now they are embarking on whatever they call it, recess. Embarking for a 12-week recess. That's about 3 months of, staying off from this thing. Although they say their internal organs will still be working and all of that, which means the people can stay away from eating for the next 3 months. Though I know that Rivers State is really capable when it comes to the issue of internally generated revenue. Well, let's meet in a conversation.